Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. Look up the magic in me.
Hey, it's Magician 101 time here at the 444 RR Studios, the show for all magicians. We have a lot of really great questions this week. Post your questions down below for next week. I'll give them an answer. Before we get to the questions, though, I want to say congratulations to Matt Franco. He won America's Got Talent last week. Yay! A magician has finally won. I'm so excited. So congrats to him and all the finalists on America's Got Talent. Wayne Carter has the first question this week. He says, how old were you when you performed your first paying gig? I was 16. Now, I don't really count this as a paying gig because it was an old family friend of my mom's. My mom knew her since she was a little girl, and she used to babysit me when I was, 3 months old. I mean, she was the first person to babysit me, so I've known her all my life. When I was little, because she used to live closer to me, she was like my second mom kind of deal. And but then she moved about a half hour up the road, or about 45 minutes up the road, so I don't see her very often. But anyways, so I went up to do her daughter's birthday party at her house, and she was basically like, here's some money just for performing. She wasn't like, oh, what's your fee? How much do I charge you? It was, here's a couple bucks just for coming up and doing that, So it was kind of just like out of courtesy she did it. So I don't really count that as my first paying gig. My first actual one where I said, this is my fee, this is how much I charge, this is my hours, was at a pumpkin festival when I was 18. So 16 was actually the first time I performed where I got money, but the first time I actually said, this is what I charge, was when I was 18 and did a pumpkin festival. Mr. Tab221 says, sorry for the lack of magic questions. That's okay. By the way, for everyone who's watching this, if you don't have a question that week pertaining to magic, I don't mind answering random questions, that are not magic related. Though I love magic related questions more, you could definitely ask a random question like this. What's your favorite football team? Not really a random question, but it's a question that's not pertaining to magic. But if you want to post non-magic questions, you're more than welcome to. Actually, I don't watch football. Like, touchdown. What is a touchdown? I don't even know what that means. No, I'm kidding. I know what that means, but I don't even watch football. I'll sometimes watch the Super Bowl just for the ads and the halftime show. Like, I could care less about the game. All I care about is watching the last 2 minutes of the Super Bowl just so I know, hey, this team won the Super Bowl, so I can be somewhat in the chatter, next day chatter, afterwards. But no, and sometimes I don't even watch the Super Bowl because you can watch all the ads right here on YouTube, all the Super Bowl commercials. So I just Google the commercials after the Super Bowl. Sometimes I just watch them right here on YouTube. So I don't even watch the Super Bowl. But if I had to choose a football team, that is my favorite. If I have to choose, I have to go local. A local team, Redskins or Ravens, one of those two. See, the weird thing about where I live is I'm kind of right on the border between Redskins and Ravens territory. You can go literally 5 minutes up the road and it's Ravens territory. 5 minutes down the road is Redskins country. So, it's both. I really don't care. Like I say, I don't really care about football, so whatever. Redskins or Ravens, if I had to choose. Mr. Tapball221 has another question. He says, also, have you performed magic to somebody and they were a magician and you didn't know it? This is the best magic story that I look back and I'm just like, because I did have that experience where I was doing a gig at a restaurant and it was a local Outback Steakhouse because I know the manager and he let me perform there. And I was walking around doing the table thing and I walked up to this table. It was a group of guys and I did Michael Skinner's 3-card Monty. The guy afterwards was like, do you go to Barry's Magic Shop when it was open? And I'm like, yes, I do. I love that place. And he's like, yeah, I go there too. That was a great you did very well in the Skinner 3-card Monty. And I was like, because, it's like, if you knew the guy was a magician, I would have done a different trick for him. I would have done something more sleight of hand based, because if you do Skinner's 3-card Monty, you know that it's a great trick for a layman, but for a magician, they know it's one they're going to be able to catch really easily. So I was just like, I was like pulling my hair out the whole night, wishing I did something different, for that guy. But you can't change the past. So, looking back on that, I was just like, I wanted to do something different. But it also stinks too, when they don't tell you till afterwards, I'm a magician, which also stinks. And I've had that on the boardwalk too. On the Ocean City Boardwalk, people have stopped and watched me, and then afterwards they've been like, hey, I performed on the boardwalk before too, or I do magic too. You did really well. And I'm like, oh, and it's like, it's like a magician stopping to watch my show, especially my street show. You can go back and watch it. I did it for a Magic Monday a while back ago. My street magic show is not really a magician fooler type show. Because a lot of easy tricks are there, but it's more of a layman fooler. But hey, they've stopped and said how well I've done a lot of times, so it's kind of cool to hear that from other magicians. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Make sure to leave your questions down below. Remember, it can be non-magic related if you want. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday for another all-new Magician 101.
If you'd like to see more awesome content, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. New videos are posted every day of the week. Also, check out my website and register so you can post in the forums. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like me on Facebook, add me to your Google Plus circles, and check out my merchandise store to pick up some awesome swag. 444RR, game shows, magic, and more.